just 103 defeats. Emory has had 10 consecutive winning seasons under Coach Z. They've made it to the NCAA 7 straight times. They qualified for the Elite Eight in 2014. They made it to the Sweet 16 in 2014, 2015, 16, and 18. And now let's listen in to the national anthem. And as the final notes of the national anthem waft into the rafters here at the Woodpeck Center, we are getting ready for this basketball game, third of the season for the Emory Eagles. They come in with 2. They've defeated Guilford 89-67 in their opener. They defeated Berry last time out 99-85. So the Emory Eagles looking to get it going here in the home opener. And the home court has been great home cooking for the Emory Eagles. In the last 119 games, Emory has won 106 and dropped just 13 here on the home hardwood. Of course, the athletic director here at Emory University, Dr. Michael Vienna, and Joyce Jalil, his assistant. They do a great job here overall. Emory has won 27 NCAA titles overall, 202 UAA conference championships. There's been 190 academic All-Americans and 116 post-grad scholars. So you can see there's a great tradition of excellence on the grid or on the field of play and also in the classroom as well. Coach Jason Zimmerman, he's the guy that stirs the drink here at Emory University. In his 13th season, 216 wins, just 103 losses. He's the all-time winningest coach for Emory men's basketball. Some of the other stats to talk about and keep an eye on: Emory is averaging 17 assists per game. They're averaging 94 points per contest and giving up just 76. Now the Sewanee Tigers, they have 13.3 assists per game, 6.5 steals per contest. They also are turning it over 17.8 times. Emory turning it over 18 times per game. And of course, that's one stat that Coach Jason Zimmerman is very interested in lowering as they play these pre-conference games and get ready for the conference coming up in January. Big game on the horizon on Saturday. The Stormy Petrels of Oglethorpe will come to town and take on Emory here at the Woodpeck Center. So we're getting ready to go. The Sewanee Tigers in their purple jerseys, trimmed in gold numbers. Emory in the home gray with blue numbers, and we are getting ready to rock and getting ready to roll. It'll be number 32, Joey Knox, jumping center for Sewanee. It's going to be Lawrence Rowley, number 14, jumping center for your Emory Eagles. And the home season is underway. Not quite. We're going to re-jump. I might be the only guy left in America that likes the jump ball, but here we go. Lawrence Rowley tips it. Nick Stuck controls it, and this basketball game is underway. Nick Stuck driving into the paint. He shoots it up. A little bit of an air ball there and cleared out by Thomas, and down the court they come. Michael Berry, he's their point guard. He'll kind of run the show. Warlick now, top of the key to Starr, working the ball around. Knox drives in. He's their leading scorer, and he hits. And Sewanee takes a quick 2-0 lead. Knox averaging 18.3 points per ball game for the Tigers. Nick Stuck goes to the side. Davitt inside now to Schneer. Schneer loses the handle, but it goes off number 11, Adrian Thomas. So it's going to be Emory basketball underneath their own hoop. Nick Stuck's going to trigger it in. Comes out to Matt Davitt. Davitt drives in. Pops a jumper from about 12, a little bit short off the iron. Cleared out of there by Thomas. And it's going to be Starr bringing it across the timeline over to the corner to Warlick. Warlick goes inside now. Adrian Thomas goes back outside to Knox. Long ranger. And that's a three-pointer. And quickly, the Tigers have jumped out to a 5-0 lead on 5 points by Joey Knox, their leading scorer. Davitt now almost loses the handle. Comes back outside. Rowley rechecks. Romin Williams gives it up to Nick Stuck. Baseline it goes. Around it goes. Three-pointer, Matt Davitt. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Matt Davitt. First home points of the year for the Emory Eagles. Cuts that lead to 5-3. Emory with some full court pressure. It comes across. Barry with it now. Emory in a man-to-man defense. Thomas drives in, puts it in, and gets the roll off the iron. Adrian Thomas gives the Tigers a 7-3 lead here in the early goings. 18:06 to go here in the first half. Matthew Snares comes back outside to Romin Williams, a guy who can really do it all. Snare inside, Rowley, backs in, turn around, one-handed shot, no good, but he draws the foul. And Lawrence Rowley will go to the free throw line. 6'5" junior out of Ypsilanti, Michigan. He's an 83% free throw shooter, averaging 15.9 points per game and 5.5 rebounds per game. He hits the first. And he hits the second, cuts the lead to just a deuce at 7-5. Emory again with that full court pressure. Starr with it, back over to Barry. And Emory drops back into that man-to-man defense. Thomas now sloppy with it. Starr can't handle it, so that's an early, easy turnover. And Emory's going to take over. Rowley inbounds it to Nick Stuck. Nick Stuck, the point guard. He started the last 11 games last year, did a whale of a nice job. Long ranger, no good by Romin Williams. And he can fire it from out there, believe me. Great three-point shooter. Starr with it, drives in, one hands it. Boy, and that guy is a star on that play. Ryan Starr. 9-5 now. 4-point lead. Biggest lead was 5. Emory giving it up, and back come the purple-clad Tigers. Warlick with it now, top of the key, looking for somewhere to go. Into Thomas. Thomas does a great backdoor move, but Knox misfires. Romin Williams leading the fast break. Rowley thinks about the three, drives in, puts it in, up off the glass, and he is fouled there as Adrian Thomas takes the foul. A blocking foul. And quickly, Adrian Thomas has 2 fouls. And it looks like Jack Holloway, 6'6", 215-pound junior out of Raleigh, North Carolina, averaging 4.5 points, is going to come in for him. Still the same starting lineup for your Emory Eagles. William, Davitt, Stuck, Rowley, and Schnare. We've had a three-pointer by Matt Davitt and a couple of free throws by Lawrence Rowley, and that's where the 5 points come. Lawrence misfires there. As I mentioned, he's a good free throw shooter, hitting 83%. Holloway now officially checks in for the Tigers. Number 33. Lawrence's second one is good. Cuts the lead to 3 at 9-6. Emory again, full court pressure, trying to trap the basketball. They think they're quicker, and they think they can get some turnovers as the Tigers tire later in this basketball game. Starr with the basketball, working off a pick. by Holloway, who just came in. No good. Holloway with the rebound, but stripped away by Nick Stuck, who leads the fast break himself, brings it on down. Schnare now over to Romin Williams. No good. A little bit too hard. Long rebound there by Barry. He gives it up to Starr now. Over to Warwick. Warwick back up top. Starr, man-to-man pressure by the Emory Eagles. 15:57 to go. A steal, a takeaway. Lawrence Rowley skies in for the easy layup, and that cuts the lead to 1 at 9-8. So good defense, good recognition by Lawrence Rowley. He steals it, takes it the length of the court, and lays it up and in. Warwick now, long turnaround jump shot, no good there. Cleared out of there by Romin Williams. He says, I'll bring it on down. I can dribble. Lays it up, lays it in. And Emory has its first lead at 10-9 on that coast-to-coaster by Romin Williams. Coach Z says that from free throw line to free throw line, there is nobody faster in all of Division III than Romin Williams, number 10 for Emory. Nice backdoor play there as Barry scores. And Emory trails by 1. Schnare inside. Davitt comes back outside to Rowley quickly to Davitt. Davitt cross court to Schnare. Schnare drives the baseline. Davitt from the baseline, no good, a little bit too hard. Knox right at the spot at the right time. He didn't really even jump for the rebound. It just came right to him. And with 14:40 to go here, it's 11 for Sewanee and 10 for Emory. Warlick with it. He drives left-handed, gives it up. Top of the key to Barry. Senior point guard again running the backdoor move. No good there by Starr. Quickly ahead. Schnare drives in and he lays it up and in. Emory retakes the lead at 12-11 on Matt Schnare's first hoop of the game. (12-11) Emory. Emory in the man-to-man defense. Inside they go to Warlick. I think they're going to get Matt Schnare on the foul. Schnare may be the best all-around player on this Emory basketball team. Averaging 16.5 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, and a guy that can play some great defense as well. It's going to be Sewanee basketball under their own hoop. Triggered in by Knox. Comes deep to Sam Jennings. Starr now with it. You can see these Tigers like to work the backdoor play. Starr from 15. A little bit too hard, no good. Nice rebound there by Lawrence Rowley. Nick stuck with it. Rowley can shoot from out there. Just a little too hard. Nice rebound almost by number 24, Mason Johnson, who has just checked in for the Emory Eagles. Mason, a 6'7" sophomore out of Phoenix, Arizona, averaging 3 points and 4 rebounds per game. Coach told me he played very, very, very well in the preseason. Long range, no good. And it's cleared out of there by Knox, given up to Starr, and Starr's going to bring it across the timeline. Emory still in that man-to-man defense. Emory with a bit of a height advantage. Sean McDonough over to Starr. Starr drives into the hoop, puts it up, and it is rejected by Clay Washburn, who has also just recently checked in. Clay's 6'6", 180-pound junior. He's a Tennessean. Starr now at the free throw line, trying to tie this game up, and he does, 12-12. Lawrence Rowley, the leading scorer for Emory right now with 5 points. Starr with his second one, he hits, and Sewanee retakes the lead at 13-12. Emory's biggest lead has just been one, and some sloppy ball handling there turns it over. Emory's going to pick up 3/4 full court pressure. 13-12, Sewanee in the lead. 13:03 to go here in the first half of play of the first home game of the 2019-2020 season. Emory's had 10 winning seasons in a row and 7 consecutive trips to the NCAA tournament. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Almost a good give and go. McDonough's pass stolen. Clay Washburn from 3, and you score that one up. Number 33 from 3, and Emory with its biggest lead of the game, 2 points at 15-13. Almost stolen away there by Clay Washburn. Clay broke his foot last year and missed some of the preparation time, but he's a great shot blocker. He's a great shooter. And he hustles all over the court. He's a rangy guy, long arms and legs. Romin Williams, Emory's leading scorer, now to 24. Mason Johnson, no good. Here comes Barry now with it, the senior point guard. Checked by Romin Williams. Stolen away by Emory. Matt Schnare with it. Gives it up to Romin Williams, over to Mason. Long ranger, no good. Neither team shooting lights out right now. 11:44 to go here in the first half. Emory with a 15-13 lead. Barry from 3, short. Barry gets his own rebound. Scoots it on out, no good. Battle underneath the boards. Romin Williams comes away with it. No foul called there on Barry. Romin Williams takes it all the way again. Coast to coast, through the traffic, lays it up and in, and Emory with a 17-13 lead, the biggest lead they've had. Sewanee had a 5-point lead. They scored the first 5 points of the game. Top of the key it goes. Holloway with it, stolen away again. And then, oh, bang! Holloway diving after the basketball. Fortunately, nobody hurt there. Romin Williams had the ball for a second and was trying to pick up control and go. Lawrence Rowley's now going to take a seat. Matt Davitt checks back in, and he's going to toss it in to Romin Williams. Roman's got a couple of layups, and he went coast to coast on both of them. Matt Davitt, top of the key. Fancy dribbling, fancy shooting, just doesn't get the shooters roll off the iron for Romin Williams, and it remains 17-13. Good hustle by Romin. Knocks that ball out of bounds. They were trying to go to Sam Jennings down for a baseline shot. Romin saw him open and hustled down there. Nick Stuck now back in the lineup as Matthew Snares takes a seat. Warlick with it. Emory playing man-to-man defense. Barry. Three-pointer fired up there by Sam Jennings, no good. Another three popped up, no good. Clay Washburn with the rebound. And Emory pushing it up, pushing it up. They like to play that fast-paced basketball. They're averaging 94 points per game. Clay Washburn dribbles into the paint, throws up the baby hook. And Clay with another hoop. Emory with its biggest lead, 19-13, 6-point Emory lead. Washburn now with 5 points. Top of the key, out it comes. Warlick for the long ranger, in and around it goes. And Clay Washburn right there with another rebound. Romin Williams with another drive to the hoop. And he scores, and he's fouled, and he's going to get a chance for the three-point play. Coach Zimmerman says he is an explosive scorer, and he creates space wherever he goes. He's just so quick with the basketball or without the basketball. And with 9:28 to go here in the first half, Emory with its biggest lead, 21-13, an 8-point lead. Emory trailed 5-0 right off the get-go. They had a 1-point lead for the first time in this game at 10-9, and now they've upped that advantage to 21-13. Let's take a look at your leading scorers right now. For Emory, Romin Williams has 6 points. Lawrence Rowley has 5. Clay Washburn's come off the bench with 5. Matt David has 3. Matthew Snare has 2. And that all totals up to 21 points. For the Tigers, they're led in scoring by Joey Knox with 5. Ryan Starr has 4. Michael Berry has 2. Adrian Thomas has 2. And that adds up to 13. Emory 2-0 on the season. They had victories over Guilford and Berry. The Tigers have played 4 games so far this season. They are 3-1 under their first-year head coach, Brian Emerson, who was an assistant there at Sewanee for the past 2 years. This is his first year as the head coach. So 9:28 to go here in the first half. Emory with an 8-point lead, and Romin Williams at the free throw line. Romin, an 86% free throw shooter. He's averaging 22.5 points per ball game, 4.5 rebounds per contest. And he hits that one. Emory now up by 9, 22-13. Emory continues with the full court pressure. Barry's going to trigger it in. Knox and Warlick having a little trouble getting it in. It's just stolen away. Great defense by Emory, and Nick Stuck puts it up and puts it in. 24-13. 11-point lead for the Emory Eagles. Knox down Star with it now. Stopped, that might have been back and forth. And it's a 10-second violation, so Emory's defense wearing down the Tigers a little bit. Couple of turnovers, costly turnovers. This was a close game the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then Emory's kind of hit their stride. Joey Knox returns, number 32, the leading scorer for the Sewanee Tigers. Nick Stuck with it now, top of the key. Runs off a pick from Mason Johnson, top of the key. Clay Washburn drives in. He gives it back up. 19 on the shot clock. Backing in. Matthew Snare puts it up, a little too hard, crashes the board, puts it up left-handed. What a great move in his right hand. Switches it to his left hand. A little Michael Jordan-esque there, except not quite as elevated. And it's a 13-point lead, 26-13. The Tigers have been stuck on 13 since they took the lead at 13-12. Emory's run off 14 consecutive points. Not that I majored in math, but that was simple enough. Knox bangs that one in, and it's 26-15. Long Ranger. And that's Nick Stuck hitting again. He has 4 points. (28-15) your score. Barry with it, top of the key. Checked by Matthew Schnare. Knox now with it. Barry cuts, misses. Boy, they run that backdoor cut as good as anybody I've seen. Nick Stuck with the running one-hander. Doesn't quite get to go, but a whistle underneath. And the foul's going to be against Emory, against number 24, Mason Johnson. That's his first foul. Emory with the pressure. Kind of a 1-3-1 zone. Long pass now to Thomas. Cross court to Barry. Warlick No good. Rebound, Nick Stuck. And the point guard will bring it down himself. Looking for somebody to go to. Goes to Romin Williams. And Romin, creating havoc wherever he goes, is fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Again, he is so quick with the basketball. Just as quick running without it as with it. And he's so quick, they've got to respect. He can go both left hand and right hand. He creates space. And they're saying now that it wasn't during the shot, it was before the shot. So it's going to be Emory basketball. Nick Stuck's going to inbound it under their own bucket. Long ranger, Matt Davitt is fouled. He's going to get a chance for the 4-point play. How about that? Big number 21, Matt Davitt, with another three-pointer. And he was hammered. And he's going to get a chance for that rare 4-point play as Emory's taking care of business and moving into the lead, 31-15. Emory with a 16-point lead. 7:16 to go here in the first half. Sewanee led this one at 13-12 with about the 5-minute mark, 5 minutes into the game, and then since then, Emory has taken charge. A 4-point play for Matt Davitt of the Eagles, and it's 32-15, a big 17-point lead. Emory still full court pressure. Barry with it, goes cross court to Knox, or to Starr. Starr brings it up. Thomas from the baseline, short, no good. Rebound, Rowley. It's hit out of his hands by Jordan Warlick. So it's going to be Emory basketball. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. 32-15. Emory with the lead, looking for their third win of the season. Matthew Snare now. Look how quick Romin Williams is with that basketball. Misfired there, but boy, just so quick. He had a great sophomore season, and we're looking forward to watching him all season long here as a junior. Starr now with it, top of the key, directing traffic. 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. Knox inside to Barry. Long ranger by Warlick, in and out, no good. Clean out of there by Davitt. And a whistle. That's going to put Emory into the 1-1, and Romin Williams is going to go to the line. In the first two games of the season, he's averaging 22.5 points per game. He's shooting 86% from the free throw line. Mason Johnson returns to the lineup as Matt Davitt takes a seat. And Romin hits that one. 33-15. 8 points for number 10. And he hits them both. 34-15, a 19-point lead for Emory. Emory remains in that 1-3-1 zone. Starr goes cross court to Barry, back to Starr. Gets it across the timeline. Almost a walk there by Barry, but no whistle. Starr from long range, no good. Clay Washburn battling for that rebound. He gets it to Mason Johnson, who gives it to Romin Williams, who drives to the hoop and lays it up and in. He's got 11 points. And Emory has a 36-15 lead, 21-point lead. The Tigers have kind of run into a brick wall. They've had a lot of shots go in and out, and they were stuck on 13 forever. They've been stuck on 15 for a goodly while. Long range by Warlick. He hits the three, and it's 36-18. Foul goes against Romin Williams over next to the Tigers bench. 5:22 to go here in the first half. Emory Eagles have a game coming up on Saturday at 4 o'clock. The Stormy Petrels of Oglethorpe, a great Atlanta City rivalry. You'll want to tune in for that. Starr with it. Goes over to Warlick. Finds Thomas inside. Adrian Thomas lays it up and in to make it 36-20. Emory, Mason backing it in, long ranger, no good, a little bit too hard, too flat. Oh, Romin Williams trying to get it to Snare. Snare does the favor back and gets it to Romin Williams, who cleverly put a lot of spin on that basketball and just spun it off the glass just over the iron and into the net. It's 38-20. Starr with it now. He takes the baseline. He gives it up. Barry, no good. Rebound, Mason Johnson to Romin Williams, who's just so quick, left-handed up and in. He's putting on a show, folks. A left-handed finger roll. And in it goes, and Emory leading it now 40-20. And Roman's going to get a chance for the three-point play. Matt Davitt had a four-point play. Roman, 86% free throw shooter. He hits it. He's got 16 points. Emory has a 21-point lead at 41-20. That matches the biggest lead they've had when they led 36-15. Knox now over to Starr, back to Knox. He's their leading scorer with 18. He's been held to 7. Thomas. Knox looking to get something going. Comes back out to Starr. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to toss it up there. Warlick from way out town. And just a little short. Nice rebound there by Rowley. Long ranger, no good. By Nick Travianen, who just jumped in. And Rowley puts it in. And it's 43-20. A 23-point lead for your Emory Eagles. Quickly down court it goes, no good. Nick stuck with it. Schnare from 3, a little bit short. Nick Tupayanen battling and scrapping. Trying to get that offensive rebound. 3:06 to go in the first half. Emory with a 43-43-20 lead, a 23-point lead. Knox with it, goes cross court to Barry. Barry tries to dribble through the trouble. Knox with it, behind the back, between the legs, can't get it off. Thomas now with it. Except for those backdoor plays, Sewanee really hasn't had a chance to get too many inside shots, but there's Thomas with a high percentage one. Tupianen with it. Now to Davitt, to Schnare. Schnare from long range, in and out, no good. Cleared out of there by Barry. 43-22. 2:19 to go. Barry thinks about driving to the hoop. Changes his mind. Thomas now with it. He's been in the lane forever. Tries to shoot it back up through the hoop. And Emory with a 21-point lead. Nick Stuck drives in, puts it up. No good. It's blocked there partially by Sean McDonough. But he also collects the foul, so. Nick Stuck is going to go to the free throw line. Nick's a 6'2 junior, 180 pounds out of Lithia, Florida. He's been averaging 9.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game. Into the lineup, Greg Lawrence, a 6'6 freshman. So it's 45-22, 23-point lead. Minute 57 to go here in the first half. Knox drives in, shoots a little bit too short. And the rebound goes to Greg Lawrence. The Knicks stuck, almost stolen away. A long ranger, good. Score that one up there. Matt Davitt. He's got 10 points, so he's hit double figures already. Emory with a 26-point lead at 48-22. Schnarr back to Davitt. He feels it a little bit too hard. Nice rebound by Sam Jennings. He brings it all the way up, gives it up to Knox. Back to Jennings. Knox with it, running off the pick. Knox from three, and he hits. Joey Knox connects. He's got 10 points. He cuts the Emory lead to 48-25. Some mopping up to do here in the last minute of the first half. Emory in total control. We've had a technical foul called. So Matt Davitt is going to go to the free throw line to shoot the penalty. Matt's averaging 17.5 points per game. He's a 92% free throw shooter, and of course he's shooting the technical, and of course it goes a little bit askew. But he'll shoot another, and he swishes that one through. Matt now with 11 points. 49-25, 24-point lead. It's going to be Emory's basketball. Romin Williams with it. He brings it down. Greg Lawrence over to the side. Max Freed is also out there. A little bit short. Rebound Schnarr. Schnarr puts it up. No good. So Schnarr's going to go to the free throw line. He's averaging 16.5 points, 7.5 boards, and he's a 75% free throw shooter here. So far in 2019, he swishes that one home. Matt has 5 so far tonight. And Emory's doubled the score at 50-25. Now 51-25. Warlick, no good. Rebound by Freed. And Emory's going to play for the last shot. Matt Davitt. Romin Williams with it. 4, he shoots a long ranger and he hits. Romin Williams puts the exclamation point on that shot, and at the buzzer, and at the half, it's 54-25. Emory with a 29-point lead, the biggest lead of the game. Let's check out a little bit of the scoring here for you. First for the Emory Eagles, Romin Williams with 19 first half points. Matt Davitt has 11. Lawrence Rowley has 7. Nick Stuck has 6. Matthew Schnarr has 6. Clay Washburn came off the bench and did a great job. He's got 5 points. For the Tigers of Sewanee, they're led in scoring by Joey Knox, who has 10. Adrian Thomas has 6. Ryan Starr has 4. Jordan Warlick has 3. Michael Berry has 2. And that's your scoring here in the first half of play. Emory got off to a bit of a slow start with the Tigers scoring the first 5 points of the game. Emory battled back, finally took the lead at 12-11. The last lead by the Tigers was at 13-12, and since then Emory has taken complete charge, leading by as many as 29 points, and that's what we are right now. Emory in the lead, 54-25 over the Sewanee Tigers. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Emory University men's basketball after this break. Welcome back to Emory University men's basketball. I'm Mark Harmon, the voice of the Emory Eagles. We are at halftime right now where the Emory Eagles are leading the Tigers of Sewanee 54-25. Emory trailed 13-12 early in the first half, but then ran off a 42-12 run. They lead by 29 points right now. As you look at some of the first half stats, a couple of things that just jump out at you. Emory shooting 47% from the field in the first half, 27% from the three-point arc, and they out-rebound Sewanee, 23 rebounds to 17 rebounds. I think the thing that Coach Jason Zimmerman's going to look at the most and have the biggest smile about when he looks at the stat sheet is the turnovers. Emory averaging 18 turnovers per game in the first two games. Emory with just 2 turnovers in the first half. They came up with 7 steals and 5 assists. So the Emory Eagles playing very well today. Let's take a look at the leading scorers. We got Romin Williams. He's leading the way. 7 of 11 from the field goal range, 19 points. Matt Davitt, 3 of 7 from the field, including 3 of 5 from the three-point arc. He has 11 points. Lawrence Rowley has 7. Nick Stuck has 6 points. Matthew Snare has 6. Clay Washburn came off the bench and energized the team with 5 points and 3 rebounds. And that wraps up the scoring for the Emory Eagles. For the Tigers of Sewanee, they're led in scoring by Joey Knox. He has 10 points. Adrian Thomas has 6. Ryan Starr has 4 points. Jordan Warlick has 3. Michael Berry has 2, and that rounds out the scoring for the Tigers of Sewanee. Now, of course, a lot of things going on here at Emory University. Let's catch up on what some of the other sports are doing right now. The Emory women's basketball team is 3-0. They're off to a terrific start this year. They're traveling to California for a Friday evening contest against Claremont Mud Scripps, followed by a Saturday game against Pomona Pitzer. The Eagles host the Tip-Off Classic last week and defeated Lynchburg College and Colorado College. So the Lady Eagles doing very, very well to start the season off, 3-0 at this point in time. Now, how about the Emory volleyball team? The Emory volleyball team has advanced to the quarterfinals of the NCAA Division III championships. The Eagles have arrived in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, where they will battle Clarkson University on Thursday afternoon, starting at 1 p.m. Emory stands as the defending national champion. The Eagles, ranked number 1 nationally, advanced after hosting and winning the NCAA Atlanta Regional last weekend and stand 32-2 on the year. Head coach Jenny McDowell was named I see one right alongside from 2008. So volleyball, very, very big and very, very successful here at Emory University. How about the Emory University cross-country teams? Both the Emory men's and women's cross-country teams will compete at the D3 National Championships on Sunday in Louisville, Kentucky. The men's side, ranked 19th nationally, are coming off a first-place finish at last weekend's NCAA South-Southeast Regional Championships, while the women's team, ranked 26th in the country, posted a runner-up finish. So good luck to them in Louisville this weekend. Good luck to the women's basketball team out in California. And good luck to the Emory volleyball team in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, as they go for back-to-back national champions. Once again, the score here, it's 54-25. Emory with a 29-point lead. We're about a minute away from the second half getting underway. Coach Jason Zimmerman, the all-time winningest head coach in Emory University men's basketball history with 216 victories. Emory's had 10 consecutive winning seasons. They've gone to the NCAA tournament 7 consecutive years. They are the defending conference champions, and they've won conference championships in 2013, 2015, 2016, and 2019 under Coach Jason Zimmerman. They also have a Couple other titles in the UAA in 1989 and 1990. So all total, looks like 6 conference championships for men's basketball. All right, we're getting ready here. The second half is underway. Star has it, and away we go. Emory with the lead, 54-25. Again, the Tigers in the purple. They work it inside, and they score first. As Adrian Thomas scores, that gives him 8 points on the game. Matt Davitt, he has 11. Banks it off the glass, a little bit too hard, no good, but boy, Matt Schneer right there with the good basketball IQ. And looked for the ball, went for the ball, and got the ball. One of the Tigers is down, kind of shaken up. That's Barry. Number 10, Michael Barry, a 6-foot senior who averages 7 points a game. He's going to take a breather. He wears a brace on his left knee. And so number 4 checks back in for him, Sam Jennings, who did a nice job in the first half. Inside to Snare, backing in. Boy, doesn't get any more high percentage shot than that for Matt Snare as he banks it in off the glass. He's got 8 points, and Emory has a 56-27 lead. Thomas drives and scores over Lawrence Rowley. Emory playing man-to-man defense, and number 11, Adrian Thomas, who's averaging 11 points a game for the Tigers, decided he's going to drive it to the hoop and put it up. He's going to try to complete the 3-point play, and he does. Nick Stuck now brings it down. Back out, throws it away. Stolen by Knox. I talked about those turnovers. There were only 2 of them in the first half. Knox to Thomas. Thomas kind of has the hot hand here in the second half with 2 hoops. Starr drives in and he scores. Ryan Starr is a star on that play. Snare, long ranger, no good, a little bit too hard. Davitt hustling after it. Hits it out of bounds. And it's 56-32 as the lead has been cut down to 24 points. The Tigers scored the first 5 points of this game. They had a lead at 13-12. And then Emory just took complete control, running off a 42-12 run to lead by 29 at the half. But there's Jordan Warlick putting it up and in, and they've cut it to 22. Nick Stuck, top of the key. Romin Williams, he has 19 points inside to Davitt. Davitt's shot is blocked by Knox. Davitt hangs in there and finally just says, third time's going to be a charm, fellas, because I'm not giving up until I score. 58-34 your score. Starr with it. Emory playing man-to-man defense. Starr gets a little bit of a peek toward the glass, and he puts it up, and he puts it in, and he's got 8 points. And the lead is down to 22. Up and in for Emory. Nick Stuck sticks it in there. He has 8 points. And we've got a timeout called here by Jason Zimmerman, I think. He wanted to make sure they get back and get working the right kind of plays. Emory University, Dr. Michael Vienna is the athletic director. Joyce Jalil, his top associate. All in all, 27 NCAA national titles, including that 2018 Women's Volleyball Championship as they go for another one. 203 UAA titles, 190 academic All-Americans, and 116 post-grad scholars. So on the playing field and in the classroom, Emory University very, very, very well represented. All right, Sam Jennings triggers it in. And he gets it back. They come back to Starr. Starr looks for an opening, doesn't see it, gives it up to Thomas, who has a couple of hoops already this half. Starr drives in. He hits again. He's got 6 points in this half. He's got 10 points on the game. Long range of Romin Williams, short, no good. And there's Sam Jennings with the rebound, and suddenly it's 60-38, a 22-point lead. It was 29 at the half. 16:56 to go in this basketball game. Starr, three. And Jason Zimmerman is not going to like all this. 60-41, a 19-point lead right now. Romin Williams from long range, and boy, that's the guy. If you're going to snap out of a cold streak, give it to Romin Williams. He hits the three-pointer, and Emory goes back up 63-41. And Romin with 22 big points to pace everybody in tonight's basketball game. He's averaging 22.5, so he's right there. Knox, the leading scorer for the Tigers, averaging 18, a little bit too hard. Schnare battling for it, comes away with a nice rebound there by Matthew Schnare. Stuck, takes it all the way left-handed, lays it up and in. The right-hander dribbling left-handed, then lays it in with his left hand. Great play. Sam Jennings, checked by Schnare. Emory still in that man-to-man defense. Thomas almost losing the handle. Jennings now says, hey, maybe I'll shoot a three. Nope, I'll give it up to Thomas. He throws it away, forcing another turnover. And it's Emory basketball, 65-41, 15:41 to go. Number 24, Mason Johnson, checks back into the Emory lineup. Mason, a 6'7" sophomore out of Phoenix, Arizona. Been playing very, very well this year. Romin Williams. Back to Mason Johnson, to Schnare. Williams can create a lot of shots. He drives in a little bit too hard. Tipped up once, no good by Rowley. Tipped up again and in. Lawrence Rowley. Score that. Lawrence with 9 points. Great second effort there. And Emory's lead is 67-41. Emory on a 7-0 roll, but there's a three-pointer the hard way by Ryan Starr, who's been a star this second half. He leads his team with 16 points, 12 of them in this half. Mason Johnson, a little short. Rowley with the rebound, put it back up and in. Coach told me he's a great rebounder, and he's especially a great offensive rebounder, and he showed you why right then and there. 11 points for number 14, Lawrence Rowley. They got to come back outside. Barry's now back in the ball game, so it's good to see him back out there. Nice backdoor play. Nice pass by Thomas. Knox caps it off. And then we had Starr fall down. I don't know what exactly happened there, but he fell down. Maybe he slipped on some moisture, but there's a timeout called. With the Emory Eagles leading at 69-46, a 23-point Emory lead with 14:17 to go here in the basketball game. Emory University, of course, over 15,000 students, over 8,600 undergrads, over 7,300 grad students. We're here at the Woodruff PE Center, where in the last 19 games, Emory has gone 106-13. And there's a great chance they're going to add to that again today. 14:17 to go. Starr picking them up full court. Williams with it. Gives it up to Rowley. Rowley can shoot from out there. Even though he's mostly an inside guy, he can shoot the three. Nice pass. Rowley to Schnare. Junior to junior. Veteran to veteran. Just a great give and go. It doesn't get any prettier. It doesn't get any better than that. Unselfish play. Great timing. Schnare took the pass from Rowley and just laid it up as easy as you please. But it's not that easy. They just make it look easy. 71-46 your score now. Schnare with 10 points. Rowley with 11. Short. Rebound to the Tigers. Romin Williams leading the way with 22 points. No good. Rebound, Rowley out quickly to Williams. Williams between his legs goes in, comes back outside. Schnare drives in, back out to Mason Johnson. 18 to go on the shot clock, so plenty of time. Sewanee playing some man-to-man defense. Just look how quick he is with the basketball. A little bit short on the shot. Schnare from long range, a little bit short on the shot. A rebound there to Sean McDonough. There's Knox with it. Top of the key, 71-46. Barry, senior point guard, over to Knox. Knox banks it in, and in it goes. And they're going to call a foul. Knox now with 14 points. A foul called on number 14, Lawrence Rowley. And he's going to take a bit of a breather. And Matt Davitt comes back in. So we've got Davitt and Schnare. Nick Stuck. Number 33, Clay Washburn. And Mason Johnson in there for your Emory Eagles. Lane violation there, so they don't even get the free throw. Emory with the basketball. Nick Stuck's going to bring it up. Schnare, boy, tough pass inside, but he gets it in to Mason Johnson. Turnaround jumper a little bit too hard. Nice rebound by Sean McDonough. He gives it up to Starr. Starr's been the star in the second half. He's got 12 of his 16 here in the second half. Trying to do a little too much, perhaps. Nick Stuck driving between 3 or 4 guys. Long range. Clay Washburn wide open from 3. And Clay drills that one to make it 74-48. The halftime lead of 29 has been cut now to 26. Emory still with some pressure. Cross court it goes to Starr. He's checked by Stuck. Almost knocked away there by Clay Washburn for a steal, but 10 seconds to go. Emory playing the good defense, even though it's kind of a blowout type game. They're giving the good effort. 22, long range jumper by Jordan Warlick. He hits, makes it 74-51. Matt Davitt drives in. He's checked. Mason Johnson stolen away by Barry. Barry gives it up to Knox. Knox high off the glass. And it would have been a three-point play, but Jordan Warlick's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a couple. 11:38 to go here in the first half. The Emory Eagles having it pretty much their way. They got off to a bit of a slow start. Sewanee scoring the first 5 points of the game to go up 5-0. The Tigers led at 13-12 in the first half, but then Emory went on a 42-12 run. They led by 29 points at the half. They lead by 22 points right now. They've been shooting the ball very good and playing very strict defense. There's Matt Schnare for you. He's got 12 points. 76-53, Emory with a 23-point lead. Warlick dribbles into the paint. Comes back out with it. Barry, no good. Nice big rebound by Mason Johnson. Matt Davitt from three, comes back, hits a three, shoots a three, no good. Schnare with another good offensive rebound. Mason Johnson comes back out. Clay Washburn now inside Emory with some taller guys in there. And Matt Davitt drills the dagger there. He's got 15. Barry with it. He'll bring it across the line. Over into the corner. Warlick with it. He's checked by Mason. Then he's checked by Davitt. Then he's checked by Washburn. Rebound out of there. Mason Johnson. Nick Stuck is fouled by number 22, Jordan Warlick. 10:25 to go. Emory been in pretty much control pretty much the whole game. Emory 2-0 on the season. They've got Atlanta City rival, the Stormy Petrels of Oglethorpe, coming up at 4 o'clock on Saturday, and we're going to have that one for you on these same Emory basketball channels. Nick Stuck now, long ranger, Clay, no good. Rebound Barry, out to Warlick. Emory likes to run and gun. They get up and down the court. Long range, no good. Thomas with the rebound. Barry's got it, they're gonna reset up. Coach Z still working those sidelines like he was behind in the game. Nice rebound by Clay Washburn. He gets it back. Comes back out and around. Davitt from three. Score it. What great rotation by the 6'7" junior out of University Heights, Ohio. He's averaging 17.5 points a game. He's got 18 tonight. 9:23 to go. Emory up 81-53. Barry with it. To Warlick. Three-pointer. So he hits the long range one. And we got another timeout called with Emory leading at 81-56. I want to mention again that the Emory women's basketball team is doing great. They're 3-0 on the season, traveling to California for a Friday evening contest against Claremont Mud Scripps, followed by a Saturday game against Pomona Pitzer. The Eagles hosted the Tip-Off Classic last weekend and defeated Lynchburg College and Colorado College, and they are 3-0 and playing very, very well. And are out in California. We also want to root along the Emory volleyball team, going for back-to-back National Division III state championships. Right now they're in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. They're 32-2 on the year, and they're ranked number 1. Romin Williams with it. Nick Tupayanen is in there now, number 2. Short a little bit on the Clay Washburn jumper. 81-56, 25-point Emory lead. Nice backdoor cut. Great pass there by Starr. And Knox put it in. He has 16 points. Great reverse layup. Clay Washburn backing in, looking for somewhere to go. Romin Williams. He's got 22 points. Oh, he got hit in the face, I think, not intentionally. But as he was making a head fake and making a move, I think his head fake was too fast for the Tiger player. Foul goes against number 2, Ryan Starr, the 6'2", 170-pound sophomore. So it's Emory basketball underneath their own hoop. Rowley with it. Rowley with 11 points. Over to Tupayanen, who drives the baseline. Williams making 2 or 3 moves all at once, it looked like to me. They're going to have to slow down the videotape and see exactly what he's doing, but he is a lot of fun to watch. Just a talented, talented player. Mason Johnson drives in, gives it up to Clay, to Mason, up into Nick, back to Williams, Roman. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Nick Tupianen hits the iron but doesn't get the shot to go. Coach says Nick is just a great teammate. He is a great leader, and he's a good scorer, so he's getting some good playing time minutes here. Mason Johnson takes a seat. Number 12, Greg Lawrence, checks in. 6'6" freshman from Fairfield. Warlick now over to Knox, over to Starr. Starr with a nice pass into Thomas. It's blocked by Clay Washburn, who didn't even jump. He just raised those big, long, lanky arms and blocked that shot. 81-58, Emory with the lead. 7:33 to go. Nick drives the lane. He's fouled. That's the 5th team foul. 3rd on Jordan Warlick. That's the 4th, actually. So he's going to take a seat, and in comes number 10, Michael Berry. Out it comes here to Lawrence. Lawrence gives it back to Romin Williams, who shoots the jumper, no good. Boy, and Greg Lawrence was battling for it inside. And I think he was fouled as they battled for position. Yeah, that foul is going against number 11, Adrian Thomas. That's his 4th. So he's going to take a seat. Adrian Thomas leads with 11 points. Romin Williams has 22 to pace Emory. Matt Davitt has 18. Matthew Schnare has 12. Lawrence Rowley has 11. Nick Stuck has 10. And Clay Washburn has 8. So those are your leading scorers. Lawrence with it now. Top of the key it goes to Greg Lawrence. Greg Lawrence. Long ranger. No good. Lawrence Rowley battling for it. Just battling under there for the offensive rebound. And he went back up and he was fouled. That's their 7th team foul. And the foul is on number 10, Michael Berry. So Lawrence is going back to the free throw line, where he is an 83% free throw shooter, the 6'5" junior out of Ypsilanti, Michigan. Averaging 15 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game. Boy, that one just refused to go in. Coach Zimmerman told me he's just a great one to go after second points, second chance points. And you're seeing that tonight. That one gets the bounce off the iron, in it goes. 82-58. Emory with a 24-point lead. Starr from 3. That's an air ball. The crowd, and there's some boisterous lads here today in the student section, and they're giving them the air ball business. Max Freed checks into the lineup for the Emory Eagles. He's a freshman. 6'4", out of San Francisco. There he is with the basketball right now. Oop, stolen away, then re-stolen. And a jumper by Lonzie Portis. Lonzie Portis just into the game, made the steal and put it up and in. So a lot of the players here at the Emory University men's basketball team getting some playing action tonight, which is great to see. They work hard all week. Starr with it. Inside it goes to Thomas. Thomas with the left hand puts it up and in. Lonzie Portis now bringing it up. Inside to Schneier, nice pass, and he's fouled. Lawrence Rowley with a nice pass inside to Schneier. Schneier with 12 points tonight. (84-60), 24-point Emory lead. If you're just tuning in, the Tigers scored the first 5 points of the game. They had a lead at 13-12, and then Emory ran off a 42-12 run. Emory led by 29 points at the half. And with that point going in, they lead by 25 points right now here with 5:48 to go in the ball game. Greg Lawrence hitting that one. And the left-hander hits them both. First 2 points of the game for Greg Lawrence. Starr with it now. He's had a big second half. 14 points in the second half, 16 on the day. Goes into the corner, knocks, drives in, puts it up, and puts it in. He has 18, and that's his average. That one was a wild pass by the Emory Eagles. 5:26 to go. Coach Brian Emerson getting some of his other players some playing time as well. There's kind of an air ball by Joey Knox. Lawrence back outside. Mason Johnson. No good by Lawrence. And it's going to be Emory basketball as Barry tried to save it and went off his fingers. So Lonzie Portis is going to trigger it in. The 5'8" freshman out of Casita, Alabama. Lonzie comes back outside. Mason Johnson with it, drives into the lane, puts up the left hand, gets rejected, loses the handle, and it's going to be Tigers basketball. 86-62 your score, 4:55 to go. Emory still playing the full court pressure, getting the second teamer some experience playing that. Into the corner it goes, back to Starr. Starr. Out it goes, Knox. In and out, no good, and a rebound there by Mason Johnson. Freed gives it up to Johnson, back to Freed. Clay Washburn with it to Lonzie Portis, who shoots the jumper and doesn't get the roll. Barry with the rebound. Starr with it. Starr goes cross court. Warlick with the three-pointer. And it's 86-65. Emory's lead cut to just 21 points. Clay Washburn with it now. Clay gave the team a good spark off the bench in the first half. Gets a nice offensive rebound, puts it back up. Can't get it to go. Boy, and then in came Mason. And Mason Johnson got that offensive rebound. Like he was a hungry kid on Thanksgiving going for that last drumstick. He really went to the glass for that. Some more players coming in as the Sewanee Tigers coach Brian Emerson empties his bench. 3:49 to go, 86-65. Emory with a 21-point lead. Mason Johnson at the line, a little bit too hard. Comes back out to him. Lonzie Portis with it. Around we go. Freed inside. Back to Johnson. Johnson backs in. Puts up a left-handed finger roll. Very nice. 88-65. That's the second nice finger roll we've had tonight. Kind of like George Gervin, the Iceman for the San Antonio Spurs. The finger roll. Freed with it now. Quick pass up we go. Lonzie Portis with a jumper. No good. Emory crashing the boards. Luke Morrison is checked in as well for the Emory Eagles, 6'4" junior, 190 pound, out of Bristol, Indiana, a fellow Hoosier. Also checking in, number 30, Dubim Nake, 6'5" freshman, out of Missouri. .88-65 your score. 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Partially blocked there by Emory. Long pass ahead. In it goes. That's Greg Lawrence laying it in. Nice pass. He caught it. Step and a half, laid it up and laid it in. 90-65. Emory with 2:21 to go to try to hit the century mark. We'll see how that goes. Emory's averaging 94 points per game. And in it goes, Nake. His first hoop in his career, I think. So you saw it right there, 92-65. Coach Z says he's a raw talent, but he could become a player. Got his first two there. There's Lonzie Portis playing that aggressive defense. 92-65 your score. Emory on its way to win number 3 this season. Remember, on Saturday at 4 o'clock, the Stormy Petrels of Oglethorpe come to the Emory campus, to the Woodpeck Center. And we'll have all that action for you live and in color at 4 o'clock. Mackie Garwood at the line now. And he scores. The 6'2" sophomore out of Jacksonville, Florida. Garwood with another chance, and he puts it in. 92-67 your score right now with 1:42 to go. Lonzie Portis running the point. Lonzie, three-pointer, a little bit too hard. Nice rebound by Nake, who puts it back up. No good, won't quite go. He gets his own rebound. Nice dish off, and nice pass to Greg Lawrence, who caps it off. Dubim Nake with a great rebound, great pass, and Greg Lawrence caps it off, and he has 6 points tonight. Minute to go. Emory up 94-67. Long ranger, no good. Rebound and a foul. Might be on Lonzie. No, the foul's on Greg Lawrence. And that sends Hank Norton to the free throw line. 6'1" senior out of Ringgold, Georgia, up in the North Georgia mountains just about. And a rebound put back up and in by Colin Cale. Portis with it now. Lawrence puts it up, a little too hard, tips it once, tips it twice, and a whistle. Emory's averaging 94 points a game, and that's where they stand right now, 94 points. So Greg Lawrence getting a chance to shoot a couple. Misfires there. 6'6" freshman has 6 points tonight. Still has 6. Good rebound there by Luke Morrison. Morrison with it. Around it goes. Portis. Top of the key to Freed. Freed to Portis. Portis spins. Takes it to the hoop. Won't quite go. (94-70). And that looks like that's what's going to be the score. The buzzer rings, and the Emory Eagles have defeated the Tigers of Sewanee by a final score of 94-70. Let's quickly check out the leading scores. First, for your visitors, they were led in scoring by Jordan Warlick, who had 18 points. Ryan Starr had 16. Joey Knox had 16. Adrian Thomas, working inside most of the game, had 13 points. Michael Berry had 2. Colin Kale had 2. Mackie Garwood had 2. And Hank Norton had a point. Now for your Emory Eagles, the scoring, Romin Williams leading the way with 22 points. Matt Davitt had 18 points. They both hit their averages for the seasons. Lawrence Rowley had 12. Matthew Schneer had 12. Nick Stuck, the point guard, had 10. Clay Washburn came off the bench and did a nice job. He had 8 points. Greg Lawrence got 6. Lonzie Portis had 2 points. Mason Johnson had 2. And Dudum Nake also with a nice bucket, his first of his career here at Emory University. So that's your scoring. Emory wins it 94-70. The Emory Eagles now soar to a picture-perfect 3-0 on this season. Remember, Saturday, 4 o'clock, the Stormy Petrels of Oglethorpe will fly into the friendly confines here of the Woodruff PE Center. We'll have all that action for you live at 4 o'clock. So until then, have a great rest of your week. I'm Mark Harmon, the voice of the Emory Eagles, and have a good night. So long, everybody.